Iain Lee shocked viewers this morning by telling Matthew Wright with FOF after the Wright Stuff host brought up his troubled marriage, then storming off set. The I'm a Celebrity star, 44, had revealed on his talk radio show on Saturday that he and wife Helen are getting a divorce and that their marriage has ended, but didn't seem keen to discuss the details when Matthew brought them up on this morning's Channel 5 show. "That stuff's private. You're talking about my private life," Iain fumed after Matthew raised the topic of divorce. "Can it be private if you talked about it on your radio show?" Matthew questioned. Iain then snapped, "I'm so close to telling you to f and walking off this show right now." Matthew replied, "If that's what you want to do." An awkward silence ensued before co-presenter Claire Sweeney stepped in to change the subject. Iain said he'd told the Wright Stuff's producers 3 separate times that he wasn't going to talk about his marriage. He stayed silent for the rest of the segment and left during the ad break, leaving an empty space on the panel when the show returned. He's since tweeted to say his life should not be picked apart. "My mental health is not entertainment. My personal life is not entertainment. I am fine. Better than I've been for a long time," he wrote. He added that his £280 appearance fee has been donated to the Samaritans, saying, "I didn't earn that money and I certainly don't want it. Let's see some good come of something so unpleasant." The recovering addict sparked concern with his comments on his radio show when he revealed his head is all over the place since coming home from the jungle. Iain, who has 2 young sons with wife Helena, 39, said he's moved out their £1.1 million home. The radio host and comedian, now living in a bedsit, also talked openly about wanting to take his own life as he struggled with depression. Opening up to listeners of his show on talk radio last week, he said, "It's miserable and I feel weird after Australia. My head's all over the place. My marriage has ended. I'm getting divorced." The star revealed last month he is seeing a psychiatrist, paid for by ITV, saying his stint on I'm a Celebrity was like taking LSD. Iain, who has talked previously of drink and drugs issues and depression, also admitted to listeners he briefly stopped going to support meetings. He said, "I've been thinking a lot today about taking drugs. I wanted to take drugs quite a lot. I've really been craving and obsessing about drugs. I thought I'd share that I've been 13 years clean and sober and kinda came off the rails a little bit. I'm sharing it in a spirit of honesty. Because there will almost definitely be people at home with half a bottle of wine or a couple of lines left of Coke or a few more ucks left. You know what? It's alright if you've fallen off the wagon. It's alright if you're obsessing about stuff that's not healthy for you." Iain, whose wife Helena is a BBC reporter, shot to fame alongside Ricky Gervais on Channel 4's The 11 O'Clock Show in 1998. But his TV career did not take off and he took to radio instead. Admitting his fears for his future, Iain told listeners, "I don't want to fall down the drugs rabbit hole again. There's too much to lose. But a small part of me thinks, yeah man, some drugs would be wicked. I feel ashamed. But I've got this disease man, it's with you forever. You wouldn't be ashamed if you had cancer. I'm struggling at the moment but I'd rather be embracing life, with all its aspects, without drugs in my blood.